Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy and studying also. As you all know, we are revising Honeysuckle book chapter number 1 we have revised, and today we are going to revise chapter number 2 of your Honeysuckle book, How the Dog Found Himself a Master. So, in this story, dogs and wolves belongs to the same family. Rather, dogs have evolved from wolves. Another fact is that over the centuries, wild animals have been mastered and tamed by men. This story informs us how a dog changed to a tamed animal. So now we are going to start this story. All of you take out your Honeysuckle book, chapter number 2, How the Dog Found Himself a Master. We are going to read first paragraph of this story. Dogs were once their own master and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself, looking for good food and being frightened of those who were stronger than he. Now here you can see, ill-pleased is a new word, and the word meaning of ill-pleased is old-fashioned way of saying not happy. Now we are moving to next word, that is freedom. Freedom means in this paragraph you can see freedom. Freedom means liberty. Liberty, freedom. Now next word is wandering. Next word is wandering. This is the word is wandering. To move here and there. To move here and there. That is called wandering. Now, next word you can see in this paragraph, frightened. Frightened means afraid of. Afraid of. So, now we are moving to the next paragraph. I am going to explain this first one, then we are going to move to next paragraph. Now, dogs and wolves are closely related family, and there were times dogs and wolves are closely related family, and there were times when dogs used to wander and live freely just like wolves, without any restriction or constraints. Once such a dog was born who was sick of finding food for himself and was unable to move freely in search of food. He would feel tired and was scared of healthier and stronger beings. Now we are moving to next paragraph. He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth, and he set out to find such a master. Now, here you can see, after thinking repeatedly, he decided to work as a helper to someone who was the strongest or the most powerful on this earth. So he started searching for the strongest one. Now we are moving to third paragraph. He walked and he walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. Now here you can see kinsman means old-fashioned word for a relative is called kinsman. Fierce means violent or frightening. Now here you can see as strong as he was fierce. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master wolf? I don't see why not, the wolf said, and this agreed upon, the two of them went on together. Now here you can see, after a long walk and search, he met one of his relatives. That relative was wolf, as I have discussed in the very starting of the chapter. This relative was a wolf who was not only strong but also had a frightening look. He asked the dog where he was going. The dog replied that he was looking for a master, and if the wolf would like to be the one. The wolf agreed, and two went on together. Now, first of all, who met the dog? The wolf met the dog, and the wolf is the kinsman of dog. Now we are moving to number 4. They walked and walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. What's come over you, master? He asked. What has frightened you so? Can't you see? There is a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us, you and me. Now here you can see, darted means moved, quickly means suddenly, come over you means affected. So you all of you write down these word meanings, and we are going to write a new word meaning is sniffed. Sniffed. Here you can see sniffed means draw up air audibly, draw up air audibly through the nose to deduct something. To deduct something. So write down, draw up air audibly through the nose to deduct something. That is called the meaning of sniffed. Now here you can see In this paragraph, after walking a long distance, suddenly the wolf sniffed, moved quickly, and went deeper into the forest. He was detecting something and was trying to hide. The dog was unable to understand this behavior. So he asked his master what was affecting him. Then the wolf told him that there was a bear who might eat them. Now, we are moving to the next paragraph. Seeing the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, "Let us go and find a herd of cows. I'll kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill." Now I am going to explain fifth paragraph. On realizing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog changed his mind. He left the wolf and turned to the bear. He asked him to be his master. The bear agreed to it easily. He suggested him to search for a herd of cows so that he could kill a cow to fill their stomachs. Now we are moving to paragraph number 6. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly and running in the panic in all the direction. Now here you can see herd of cows means a group of cows. Moo means sound made by cows. So you can write herd means group of cows and mooing means sound made by cows. Okay. Now terrible. Terrible means horrible. Terrible means horrible, and in a panic. In a panic, this is in a panic, you can write a strong feeling of fear. A strong feeling of fear. So that is the meaning of panic. Now I am going to explain. After walking some distance, they noticed a group of cows. But as they tried to approach them, they were stopped by a horrible noise made by the cows. They were mooing aloud and were running here and there because of fear. Because in panic, they were moving here and there. Now we are moving to paragraph number 7. The bear looked out from behind a tree. Then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. "Now, why did I have to come here?" said he to the dog. "It is the lion who rules the forest in these parts." "The lion? Who is he?" "Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on the earth." "Well, then I will say goodbye to you, bear, I want a master who is stronger than any one on earth. Now here you can see in paragraph number 7 there is a change. So you can write hastily. Hastily means hurriedly. Hurriedly. And next new word is you can see now here you can see. Now the dog turned to the king lion and requested him to be his master. The lion accepted and the dog started staying with him and served him for a longer duration. He felt good and enjoyed his life because he was living with lion, the strongest beast on the earth. He had nothing to fear and complain it. Now he was with the strongest master. Here no one was brave enough to upset him. Now we are moving to next paragraph. But one day the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs. Bare cliffs or cliffs, a steep high rock. When all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force, and a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. We'd better run for it or we will be in trouble. Oh, well, then I will say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. Now here you can see in this paragraph the turning point of this story. Sometime later, when the two of them were strolling together amidst high steep rocks, the lion stopped instantly. He roared aloud and struck the ground with his paws so intensely that a hole was formed there. After that, he was on back foot. Surprisingly, the dog asked his master if anything was wrong. The lion told him that a man was coming their way and that they must run away to save themselves. Hearing this, the dog bid him adieu because he wanted the strongest being on the earth as his master. Now we are moving to the concluding part of the story. And off the dog went to join the man. He stayed with him and served him faithfully. This happened long, long ago. But to this day, the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. Now here you can say loyal means faithfully. Loyal means tried and true and faithful. Now the dog went to be with the man. He stayed with him and became his tried and true friend. This incident took place way back, but till date, the dog is man's most faithful servant. As you can see, in each and every house, most of the people like to keep as a pet a dog because dog is a faithful animal and it protects them from any danger. So from this time to this date, till date, the dog is man's most faithful servant. Now let's solve the exercises working with the text. And this is question number 1. Why did the dog feel the need for a master? The dog felt the need for a master because he was unhappy with his way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about alone, looking for food and getting frightened of those who were stronger than him. Therefore, he decided to serve someone who was stronger than anyone on earth, who would be his master. So write it down. This is first answer or take a screenshot. Now we are moving to the second one. The second question is, who did he first choose as his master? Why did he leave that master? So the dog chose a big, strong and fierce wolf as his master first. As they walked along, the wolf suddenly lifted his nose, sniffed, and darted quickly off the path into the bushes deep into the forest. The dog realized that the wolf was afraid that the bear would eat them up. Since the dog wanted to serve only the strongest, he left the wolf and asked the bear, who was stronger than the wolf, to be his master. Now we are moving to the third question. Who did he choose next? After wolf, who did he choose next? He chose the bear to be his master. Now, fourth question. Why did he serve the lion for a long time? The dog served the lion for a long time because it was a good life and there was nothing to complain about. There was no one more powerful, and after that, just write down this, and stronger than the lion in the forest. And so no one dared to touch the dog or offend him anyway. The lion was not afraid of any creature, and thus the dog was well protected by it. Therefore, the dog lived happily by serving the lion for a long time. Now we are moving to next question. Who did the finally choose as his master and why? The dog finally chose man as his master one day while the dog and the lion were walking along a path between bare cliffs. The lion suddenly stopped, gave a great roar, and struck the ground angrily with the paw with such force that it formed a hole. He backed away quietly as he had smelt a man coming that way. The dog then realized that the lion was afraid of man, as he wanted to serve someone who was the most powerful and stronger than anyone on earth. He chose man as his master. So write down this answer. Now we are moving to solve the next exercise. This summary of the story is given below. Fill in the blanks to complete the taking appropriate phrases from the box. Now this is the story and we are going to solve this with the phrases. Now in first line you will write a dog. Write it fast. Now in second, his own master. And in third, you can write stronger than anyone else. Anyone else. And then a wolf, and after that was afraid the bear. The dog thought that the bear was the strongest of all. The strongest of all. After some time, the dog met a lion who seemed the stronger. He stayed with the lion for a long time. One day he realized the lion was afraid of men. Afraid of men. So complete it. Now working with language, we are moving to solve working with language. Fleet of ships, bunch of flowers or bouquet of flowers, now third is brood of chicks, fourth is herd of cattle, bundle of sticks, and then flock of sheep, and then school of fish, and the last is pack of wolves. So write it down. Complete this exercise. Now make noun from the words given below by adding NESS or ITY. For some words we need to just add TY or Y. So now we are going to write First is honesty. Second is kindness. Third is cruelty. Fourth is calmness. And fifth is sadness. Sixth is activeness. Creativity. This is C, this is not creativity. And then sincerity. Now, cheerfulness. And then bitterness. And then you can write after bitterness, sensitivity. And greatness. So, complete this. Now, this is C word search. There are 12 words hidden in the table. 6 can be found horizontally and remaining 6 vertically. All of them are describing words, good, happy, etc. The first letter of the word are given below. Now horizontally you can search hasty, and ready, you can search, and next word is fires. You can see in this, and this is very interesting exercise. You can solve this as a homework. So complete it, and we will meet again tomorrow. Till then, bye bye and take care.